All right, welcome to another episode of Evening Crypto. Your boy, your host, the real shot 256. And tonight we are talking about something very, very exciting here. It's going to be a pretty exciting video tonight. We are going to talk about a possible change in trend. Um, so this should be very, very exciting for everyone who is bullish or cares one tick about Bitcoin, especially long term. If you're a bear, then you're probably this is probably going to go against everything that you're trading, especially if you keep opening shorts and you keep getting stopped out. Hopefully that's not you, but I am seeing some people on the crypto Twitter complaining about being stopped after stop after stop, just because you keep being stubborn and shorting the thing. I've been telling you guys I've been long since about 6600. Looking for that tweet now where I told you guys to buy in some more at about 6600. If you're not following me on Twitter, here's my handle, the real shot 256. Please do follow me there and let me know that you are following. I'm still looking for that darn tweet. But I promise you, I know this is kind of boring and stupid, but I promise you this will be exciting. If you are a bull on Bitcoin, we have something very, very interesting happening. And so I really hope that you guys have been paying attention to the channel, because I've been telling you guys since about 6600 and pretty much saw this move brewing here a couple days ago. I did a video letting you guys know that hey, you should probably be paying attention, because there is something big looming, and hope that you guys were definitely tuning in for that. Um, just a few days ago. So anyway, there I tweeted out letting you guys know at 6400 you should, or 6600, you should be buying in at these levels. Some people did listen. Some of you, I think TBJ, I think you reached out and said that you heaved the message. Not sure if you did actually buy or not, but hopefully you did, because obviously turned out to be a great decision. And now here we are, a couple weeks later, actually a few weeks later, end of the year, new year, happy new year, by the way. If you are, if you're just listening to our content for the first time this year, happy new year to you. I wish you all the best for 2020. Here it is, on November 24th. Buy more. That was the signal. November 24th. Should have been like right here. Nope. Maybe this one. Yep. November 24th. Right there. Told you guys to buy in some more. Yeah, we did get a pretty hard retest of that same level, but what comes after a double bottom? You guys know the answer. So hopefully you guys have been paying attention to the channel, and you've been tuning into the content, because I've been telling you guys that this is brewing since November 24th, since we first hit that bottom. If you are not following me, please do so. It's always fun to interact with you guys. Send me a message, tweet at me, whatever you guys like. I put out these updates, let you guys know what I'm seeing, what I'm thinking, if I'm not in front of YouTube recording these live recording these videos. So yesterday I was talking to you guys about, hey, look, we are up against major resistance. If we break this, we're likely going to AK, and look at us now. We're way above that. So let's see. Let's do a quick recap of the market, as we usually do. 217,000. We definitely surpassed that $200 billion market cap, and we're now trading at 217. The volume is at a very high and healthy level, 91 billion in the last 24 hours, and dominance is ticking up to yet over 68% to over 69% now at 69.2. not doing too bad. We're actually going to compare that to what TradingView has to say here, and they're saying we're above 70. And look at this right here, right? Major resistance right here. So what do you think is going to happen here? If you've been following the channel, you know the answer. This is breakout material right here. Breakout material alert 101, like right here. If you've learned hopefully something in this videos is, this is an indication of a possible breakout. I do think we're going up to 72, 73% at the very least, which would put us right around these levels right here. So that would actually make pretty darn good sense, actually, 72%. So 72 to 73, look out for that. I do think that is incoming. So more blood on the alt streets. Definitely, I do believe that. Again, as that pendulum swings back to Bitcoin, the altcoins are going to suffer and be squeezed out. So be smart about the altcoins you're trading. Hopefully, you're trading top 20 at the very most, maybe top 15. You definitely want to. Hopefully, you're staying within those levels, right? All right, so the very exciting piece of news today, or not news or update, whatever you want to call it. Very exciting. Look at where we are at 8,400 from the low of 6,500, right? I'm going to go to the daily chart so we can look at this a little better. There we go. Now, here's the thing, right? Even if we take this and adjust it a little bit higher here, we can see we are now in a change of trend, right? I've been telling you guys, look out for the 200, which was coming in confluence with this descending line of resistance. If we get above it, that means we're in a change of trend. We're in a change of trend. Look, we're above the 200. Historically, anytime on the daily we're above the 200, we usually go for pretty good runs, right? We lost it. Now we're gaining it back. Once we regained it back here, back in April-ish, we went on a massive run to 13.9, lost it, and we've been struggling to keep above it. And now another retest, and we're actually above the 200 again, and above this descending line of resistance. That is the macro trend. Now, please do not get overly excited yet. Although this is a big deal, right? What we need to do, here's what we need to do, okay? You're probably asking yourself that. We need to hold these levels. We need to hold above the 200 EMA, above 8150. Okay, let's draw a little box. All right, so where's our 8150? Right here. Right there. Need to readjust it. There we go. All right, slim little box there, but it serves a purpose, right? We need to stay above that for the next few days. And I mean it, because this is a change in trend. If this is really a change in trend, we can come back and retest 8150, even lower, as long as we don't lose this descending line of resistance. We're trying to flip this over to support, is what I'm saying, right? We're trying to flip this red line into support. It was once resistance, now it's support. Look at how many times we retested it or tried to get above it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and now the 5th time we've actually been able to get above it. All right, so again, for the next few days, next week till the end of the week, if we finish this weekly candle, which we should look at now, above the 21, above 8150, this is for real, guys. This is for damn real. And we are in a change of trend. You're witnessing kind of what we saw back here, right? Kind of what we saw back here. Too early to tell now, but this is what I'm preparing you for. Not saying that this is happening already. I'm just, look at this weekly candle, by the way. It's just beautiful. I mean, just gorgeous. change of about 14.75, almost 15% so far this week. Not too shabby. We know these markets can do that. That's why we're in here. So this could be something that we're in the middle of, right? I do expect a correction. For damn sure. However, as long as, again, we want to hold 7150, we want to hold this line, this descending line of resistance that has been the macro trend, right? We definitely want to stay above these levels. If we do that, then again, you know what that means. We're above the 21 on the weekly chart. That's a huge deal. We lost it back on November 11th, and we haven't looked back since. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, almost 8 weeks since we lost it. And so it's a beautiful thing when we actually regain it. Let's look at the monthly now. Also, I want to remind you, again, I'll put it on here, but go to this video that's coming up here on your screen and go to the 11th minute is where I'm talking about. I talk about this for like 2 minutes, maybe a minute and a half, something like that. The 3 indicators that we haven't found a bottom yet, it dates back to, I think, late October, early November. And I'm talking to you guys, actually, yeah, it dates back to early November, I think, maybe earlier than that. But however, I'm talking about, the long-term analysis where I was looking for Bitcoin to bottom out, and I actually got front ran by about $200, but I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. I was still buying in at 6,600. I thought it was a damn good level to actually start buying up some Bitcoin, and voila, it's proven to been a beautiful thing. Now look, Bitstamp on the monthly. Again, we definitely bounced off of 21 there. I want to compare and contrast. 21 on the Binance chart, it's coming up way higher. We're above that one too. So I mean, if you want double confluence there, or double make sure, there it is. We're definitely, we found definite support above the 21 there. We respected it. We're bouncing quite nicely, way above the previous monthly, which is a great sign again. And here we are. If you want to sort of sketch this line here of previous resistance, we're currently above it, right? We're broke above it. So I do think we end this one above this previous monthly, which is great. Here's the next area. If we break 9,100 on the monthly, boy, oh boy, things are going to get pretty heated, pretty nasty for the next month or so, next month or two. We kind of knew this was going to happen, right? Because historically, January, we find that Bitcoin finds some nice bounces. Now, the other thing you want to take note of is the RSI, starting to flip around and getting above the 21 there. We've talked about that in the past. So hopefully that is something that is also in the cards coming. Let's actually go back to the daily. All right, so here we are. Where is it going to stop, though? Where are we going to stop? Well, this might be a good point. About 87.50 might be a good target. Where's my 87.50 right here? Okay. All right, that's getting a little convoluted there. So let's actually get rid of some of these lines here. I'm going to get rid of this line because it's no longer relevant. We broke above it. That was another level that, right at the 786. I'm sorry, the 0.6 actually coming in at. Descending line of resistance coming in confluence with the 0.6, and we broke above it also. I mean, too many things coming in confluence there. This box here where the demand zone is, we broke above it. found support, broke above it, broke above the descending line of resistance, broke above the 0.6, and immediately went to retest the descending, the macro trend here, this descending line of huge resistance. I mean, we're just blasting right through it, no problem. So again, this could be it, right? 87.50 could be our next stop, and our probably for the time being, we might be setting a local high right around those levels. Now here's sort of the scary part within that is, you know, if we end there, that's still going to be another, you know, lower high. That is why I'm saying, you know, don't get overly excited, because yeah, if we flip this will be a change in trend, but we'll have to see what happens with this previous pivot over here. If we can break above it, then, you know, then things start to look a lot more different. All right, we'll be setting our first higher high in a long time, in a very long time. So even though this is pretty exciting at the moment, you know, we still have to wait and see, you know, if we can break above 9,500 and establish a local high there above it. That'll be our next higher high. But this is pretty exciting, guys. This is, I mean, what else can we say? I mean, we broke above this macro trend resistance line. It's got to mean something, right? More often than not, it actually does. But again, 9,500 is where my eyes are, right there. Try to adjust it here slightly. There we go. Ah, crapola. There we go. 9,500. That is where, you know, that's where all the money is going to hang out. If we can get above that, you know, you guys know what that means. So, I want to share a sort of a tragic trading story. So I have 3 different trading accounts where I hold my biggest, where I hold my biggest bag of trading money, my trading account, my biggest trading account, basically. I upped my stop loss to try and, you know, trying to do the smart thing. You know, I upped my stop loss to 7,700, and you know, we were trading above 7,900 at that point, thinking that was a good point of you know, to set a stop loss and make sure I keep my gains just in case it does decide to retrace. I didn't think that was going to be happening, and voila, I actually left. I was driving around, and when I opened up my my account again, I saw that Bitcoin was already up at 8,100, and I go to start, you know, I go to start to unload or sell a little bit of my position, and I found that it actually retraced below 7,700, and it took me out of my biggest position in Bitcoin. I still had 2 other accounts where I was still holding Bitcoin, but you know, it was probably half of the amount that I had in my main account, which really bummed me out. Now, like I said, I held on my other 2 accounts, but again, it was only about maybe 50% of my bigger trading accounts. So don't do what I do. If you're gonna, and which is why I've said in the past, I don't like stop losses in crypto, because these sort of shenanigans happen all the time. So it's a bit frustrating for me, because I mean, that would have been such a nice trade. Not to say that I would have written the whole thing all the way up to these levels. However, I would have probably scaled out of my position, and so I didn't have the opportunity to do that on my main account. I did it on my other two accounts, but not on my main account. So, boohoo. We're here to trade another day. I will try to make it up somewhere else. I do have a trade that I'm still holding on to on Link for a while, and that's doing pretty good today. So not going to, and that's also on my main account. So Link is helping to hedge my position here a little bit. So can't be too sad, I guess, because Link is actually representing my profile pretty good right now. So whatever. Let's actually get back into focus here. Sorry about that sidetrack. All right, so there it is. That's what you guys can expect. Let me know down in the comments if you think something differently, if you have a different target, if you think Bitcoin's headed somewhere else. I do see here that we're up against pretty much the last line of resistance from this bottom to this top of the run. We've hit the top here. So I am expecting, again, a retracement back to about 8,100 at least. We might, I'm not saying we're not going to get or puncture through it to the downside. I'm saying this area should hold if we want to remain on the mindset that this is a change in trend, right? If we don't hold these levels, then it's business as usual. We're still within this macro trend, and we should trade it as such, and we should expect a move all the way down to the bottom of this channel. That's around 5,500. That's that's the more bearish case. We're certainly looking like other things are true right now, so let's stick to this until further notice, right? We'll have to reassess if we break down below this area, start breaking down below the 786, this previous pivot right here. This will be the 786 will be a pretty good area of support. If we miss that, if we break down, then we're probably going to keep going down. But again, that is not the case right now. Let's keep an eye on what's happening here. I at these levels, I'm not. Again, on my other two accounts, I'm actively shaving off my position at these levels, and then just waiting to see what's going to happen. Hopefully, if we hit 8750, then that'll be another great area to take some profits. All right, let's talk about some traditional market stuff. Last video, I was talking about with the whole Trump wars and Soleimani, the pretty much Secretary of Defense in Iran, was taken out, in the words of Mr. Trump, on Thursday night, our time, I believe. And so I was thinking that was going to cause a bigger impact on the markets than what it actually did, which tells me, and this is something that Lee Tillman, the CEO of Marathon Oil, came out and said earlier, that there's a few things that are different from the last time something like this happened, right? So if had this been early 2000s, I think Mr. Tillman and myself are in agreement that it would have had a huge impact on the markets, especially oil prices. So if we look at Marathon, there we go. I mean, if anything, it took a dip, right? So this says something, right? We're definitely in different times now. Things are better off now. Investors are taking a more measured approach to this. They're not overreacting to the news. They are waiting to see what happens in the markets, and it shows. I mean, this is a good telltale sign. Chevron, Mobil, Conoco, Phillips, you name it. They're all pretty much on a steady pace, kind of a consolidation phase, if you will. And nothing really major is happening, right? So investors are being a lot smarter this time around. Also, the United States mainly, it has become a lot more self-sufficient, a lot more energy independent than back in 2004. we're over 60%, definitely over 60% oil independent, right? So we basically we're sourcing and using most of our oil. The majority of the oil being used in the United States, the gasoline that you guys are purchasing on the regular basis is mainly coming from native sources, right? As opposed to back in 2004 or 2000s, early 2000s, where we were sourcing a lot of our crude oil from the Middle East. So this time around, we're not, and there is also an overage in supply. There's an abundant amount of bottled oil that is pretty much sitting in reserves. So if anything, if it does get worse, we still have plenty of supplies, plenty of reserves sitting back. If things get worse, that will actually help dampen the impact of crude oil and the prices of gas. Hopefully, right? I mean, that's kind of what everything is leaning towards, right? That's kind of what the telltale signs are saying. So it feels good to know that even though if we do engage in hopefully not, but if we do end up engaging with Iran, the things are not going to be too harsh like they were back after 9/11. All right, so hopefully that's resonating with you guys, and that's something that you guys also find to be of importance and relevance. All right, that's why we like to talk about these things in crypto, or in this channel, Evening Crypto. So I entered a trade in gold back when I painted this line of resistance. I saw that we were about to break it. We did, and I've been writing this all the way up here. I saw somebody. Not Peter Schiff, but I saw somebody on crypto Twitter say that they were taking profits. I'm not taking profits here. I do think there's a chance that the gold can continue the rally, and so I am staying put on my gold position. Just a little update. The spider is looking like it's struggling to get back up into these levels. I am still expecting a correction within the first quarter. A meaningful one. Not that we're going to take out for sure 3,000, but we are definitely overdue for a correction. This isn't what I'm really talking about here. Not really. All right, so there. All right, let me know what you guys think. If you guys like that sort of stuff. All right, so XRP actually doing pretty good. Got above this previous demand zone that turned into resistance. Supply zone, and then XRP definitely had a nice run. I don't like that it's consolidating above 21.9. Because see, look, XRP got above it and then lost it, and now it's struggling to get back above 21.9. I wanted to see XRP stay above 21.9 because now it's acting as resistance. But overall, I don't think this is over, especially if Bitcoin continues to rally. I don't think that that's going to be over. Link got above this major line of resistance. We're now targeting the next point, which should be coming right around this area here. This is going to be the next big resistance line there at 2.23. If we get above it, then that's probably going to mean that we're going to come back and quite possibly retest $2.44. $2.45. All right, which would be amazing if we do, especially if Bitcoin keeps on running. There's also this technical indicator that I told you guys about a while back. It did seem like it was starting to break that resistance, and then boom, broke out. All right, these are sort of the things that we look for. If you were looking for a safer play, you would have probably entered around these levels there, right here at 1.91, and had yourself a nice trade. All right, so there you go. That's Link. Let's look at BNB, also looking pretty good. I do like this retracement, this correction, and then a nice reaction after that. Bullish engulfing candle right after this pretty big red candle here. Bullish engulfing right after it, and then continuation. It does seem like it might start to fizzle out. From the volume perspective, we should be getting another 4-hour here soon within the next 42 minutes. We might still be on this video, so we'll come back and recheck. This is probably going to be a longer video because I do want to go over a lot more altcoins today. Litecoin looking pretty good as well. Broke above this line of resistance here, broke out. If you were waiting for a safer play, that was your call right there at 43.98. So broke out pretty good. I do think we're going to get a retest of 49.40. Let's actually just leave it at that, 49.40 right there. All right, that's going to be. I do think this could be the retest. Actually, I mean, I don't know. Is it close enough? Not quite. But if we get to $49, that'll be enough to call it a retest. Let's look at the daily with a Litecoin. This is an old trend. Sending wedge, broke down below it, took a crap. Yeah, so if we break above 49, guys, this is Litecoin has a chance at having a nice little run. Maybe like right here to 56. It's a bit of a stretch, but it's especially if everything keeps running like it has in the last 2 days. I think there's a possibility that we do get to $56, $55, $56, and then we'll see from there. ETH. Let's look at ETH. It's looking okay. It's looking okay. Definitely getting above these 2 lines of resistance, which I put on my previous video, letting you guys know here's where we're likely to get stopped or likely to find resistance, more or less. But then the Bitcoin run has been absolutely beautiful, and so not surprised that we're getting above these levels here. But this is going to be the next big thing, the next big area here, $1.55. All right, if we get above that, it'll be smooth runnings for at least till about 165, 166. Excuse me, I think I got to sneeze. Excuse me. Oh wow, sorry about that, guys. That was not cool. All right, that's on the daily. Let's look at 4-hour. Yeah, up against some major resistance right now at 146.85. I do like the volume, the purchasing volume here. I like the green candle there. I'd like the continuation, the bounce above the 21. This could continue, guys, on the next, at least for the next 4 to 8 hours. You can see a continuation here. So yeah, I mean, 4 hours letting us know that there's an area in between here we should be mindful of at 150.82. You might want to scale out at these levels. You might. Not financial advice. Look at. Let's actually take a step back here and let's look at the longs. Oh, longs are getting short. Look at how many longs we lost. Back down below 40,000. And let's look at the shorts. Shorts are not getting. Shorts are not picking up. So that tells me that people are starting to get neutral on the price we're currently at. So we could find a little consolidation time here. We could find that we actually trade sideways for a while, which will be great. Okay, because again, it's going to be a great little thing if we actually start trending sideways, because we'll build a base. We'll build we'll consolidate above these levels, hopefully, and just build a really nice base here. That will help us, on the ongoing of things here with all things Bitcoin. All right, so let's look at futures. Also looking pretty much the same. 85.15 is where they currently at. GBTC. Oh, look at GBTC. It's also running with the bulls. in Pamplona. It's running with the bulls. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Now what do I want to do? Let's actually do this up here. Just realized I did this wrong. There we go. Yeah, it's got some room. It's got some room before it hits the 618 in confluence with. Well, actually, if we bring it down here, yeah, no, never mind. BTC can still run, I think. Still has some legs in it. I'd like to see a retest of the 0.6 there at, this is $10.44, which is, we're not too far off from there. So if you're in GBTC, then just know that there's a little bit more left in it. All right, let's go to Cardano. Pretty nice. I like this. I do. Broke out of this immediate high back here. It's always a good sign to see this happening. I hope we don't lose that. Hope we find continuation here on Cardano. Up against a major resistance right now as we speak. Right on this line, actually. So we can get above that. Here's the next target for you guys. All right. Nice volume. RSI looks bullish. Again, a bounce off the 21 there. We could have a continuation. There, so that's good. XLM took a while. We told you guys about this breakout possibly coming. Did dip down, not lower than this previous pivot low here, but I found a nice little bottom. Nice reaction off of there, and doing pretty good right now. Doing pretty good. Yeah, we could actually have a retest of this 0.050. I think we could come back and retest that. With the volume, gosh, you guys like your XLMs, don't you? VeChain disappointing. VeChain is just disappointing. Cannot get above this box here, demand zone. It's now acting as supply zone, which is significant resistance. Pretty disappointing. And there we go. EOS broke out of the zone. Look, I had painted this little box for you guys a while back, and look at that. Broke out of this formation here, and nice little continuation on EOS. Did we get $2-3? No, but I do think we should at least retest. We should have a retest of $33.02. I don't think it's over yet on EOS. Let's look at the daily. EOS is actually looking good. I like it. Yeah, so after that, if we get above $3.02, maybe right around here, $3.15 will be the next target. $3.15. There we go. There you guys go. Yep, I think there's room. I want to see the volume though. This looks. We still have 32 minutes left on this 4-hour candle. I want to see that volume pick up if we are going to find continuation. Otherwise, we're going to come back and retest this box here. All right. So pay attention for the next hour or so. See where things are. Ooh, waves. Giving it all back. Not a good look. Let's go to the 4 hour. Yeah. We should find support here. You know, it's looking bad right now, but to be fair, there's a good possibility we actually find a bounce here, right now, right at these levels. Maybe a little bit lower, like in between. I know it's a little too tight. Right in here, we should find a nice little bounce with waves here, especially Bitcoin. This is Waves Bitcoin trading pair. We could find a nice little bounce here. Not too shabby. All right, let's look at Tesos. Yeah, disappointing. Tesos is disappointing. I mean, it did have a really nice run up all the way to, what is this, $1.84, but it definitely fizzled out, and it's not reacting to everything else on the market. It's not running with everything else on the market. So a couple of, I want to leave you with a couple of trading opportunities. Zoom Technologies. Wait, is this it? No. Oops. ZM. Yep. Zoom is up on the day, but it bottomed out. This is a double bottom. And look, if you wanted a safer bet, if you wanted a safer trade, there you go. Broke out above this. I do think we're at least going to retest 75.95. But overall, this is a good long-term play. All right, long-term play. This is Zoom ZM on Nasdaq. I'll leave you guys with that, and then also I want to talk to you guys about. We've talked about Tesla before. Everybody's raving about it. Hit a new all-time high again. It's now the highest valued automaker in the United States in the history of automobile manufacturing. There has never been anything that's valued at a higher price or value than Tesla. And everybody's raving about it, although we should have a little bit of a correction here. Wait for that pullback and then get in it and ride this wave, because it's going to go over $500 per share. That is a certain play. Look for that. And again, that's just ride the wave. It's a longer term play. All right, you guys, let me know down in the comments if you guys want me to cover anything else. Very exciting stuff with Bitcoin. Do want to see this thing continue upwards, and I do want to see you guys. I want to hear from you guys. Let me know about your good trading outcomes. Other than that, I hope you got something in exchange for your time today. I appreciate you being here. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks.